I'm out here making money, man. I'm out here making money, man.
I beat her back out. She was in love with your boy. I beat her back out. She was in love with your boy.
Hey, man, where do I think? Why do I think of these things, man? Man. You imagine the live stream come on and you just see that demonstration? All right, hold up. Let's start over. Let's start over. Let's start over. Let's start over. All right, let's start over. This is too much. All right, there's that. There's that. There's that. This is way too much. All right, let's start.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
So recently in the news, Michi X and um, her relation was found in the news. Recently, they were in Haiti, in Africa, in India. They were trying to facilitate helping the locals, and yeah, they got caught in the storm there, and we're waiting on word from Moochie to make sure that everything's all out, everything's okay. All right, back to regularly scheduled program. All right.
Come on, man.
Welcome to another edition of Morse World TV. I'm your host, Hope all is well. Trapped in Podcast. No, what we do is tear down frauds. That's the problem. If Martin Luther King would have had somebody to point out the frauds around here, he could have possibly lived a good old age. Let me turn the volume up. Trapped in Podcast. If Malcolm X had somebody around him to point out the frauds, there's a possibility he could have lived a ripe old age. So Trapped in Podcast. I know you like to play along and get along, but that's a lot of the things. That's pretty much what has kept us in this perpetual situation that we have. You know, don't let Trapped in say a few more comments before we get him out of here. But this is one of the reasons. Can y'all hear me? How do I sound? How do I sound? Do I sound all right? How do I sound? Let me see. How do I sound? Am I all right? How I'm sounding? Yeah. So Trapped in Podcast. And everybody else who has a problem with it. One of the reasons. Do y'all understand? One of the reasons why we have been in a perpetual matrix. Do y'all understand that? Y'all understand that? One of the reasons that we are in a perpetual matrix, man, I've been watching you for a while. Now you were just beefing with Tariq. No, I'm not beefing with anybody. I'm pretty much using these figures on social media. Don't delete his message. Let me talk to him for a minute. I'm using these people on social media as an example of what to look for when one comes to grifters. That's it. And some of the most popular grifters are good to use as a meme, a glyph, or just an icon to give an example. You know what I mean? That's what it is. That's what it is. I don't have a problem. I'm looking around. The black side of YouTube is filthy. Yeah, but you got to understand how to separate the filth. This is not filth over here. This is a sifting mechanism over here. Morse World TV is the sifter. You ever see somebody sift for gold? In order to get to the gold, you have to sift out the dirt. I'm going to answer everything he say. You have to we will go and look for a job, right? And we would look on the internet, we would look on Indeed, we would look in the newspaper back in the day, and we would sift through to see what is suitable for us. And if you had the ability to go to a job center or a career training center, you would have somebody to help you do the sifting. I'm here to help you do the sifting. It may seem a little bit odd because you never seen this before. You know what I mean? Nobody has ever seen someone go this hard, which means I'm saying video after video after video after video after video. And it might take a bit getting used to. I get it, Trapped in a Podcast. It might take a bit getting used to, but it's a necessary when our people are being grifted and sold this illusion of freedom. It's a necessary thing. And like I said before, if Martin Luther King would have had a sifter around him, what up, Aboriginal Power? If he would have a sifter around him to say, the cameraman that was there, let me talk to him for a minute. Can y'all indulge me for a minute? Watch this. I'm gonna show you something real quick. Let me pull it up real quick. I just want to talk to you for a minute before I start the show. Let me show you something. This guy here, if I can find him, let me see if I can find him real quick. Is that him? Let me see if I can find him real quick. This guy here, let me show you to him real quick. This was Martin Luther King's friend. In fact, I'm going to do it like this. Just a quick snap. Let me do a quick snap. This was Martin Luther King's friend. You know what I mean? And see, this is the reason why we suffer, because we criticize those who come to help us. You know what I mean? But you can't make me feel no type of way. I'm good. You can't make me feel no type of way, because I study history enough to know what needs to be done. My bad. And what little that I can add to the change that we need. Anyway, with that being said, let me pull it up real quick. Before we start the show. This is a good intro. Yeah, we're going to do some music a little bit, but this is a good intro. Okay, brother. This guy here, all right? This guy here that I'm showing you right here. Anybody familiar with this guy right here? I've done a spread on this guy before. Anybody familiar with this guy right here? Anybody? Going once, going twice? Anybody familiar with him? Well, anyway, if you don't know, this is Ernest Withers. You know what? This is Ernest Withers. Ernest Withers was an FBI informant. He was also known as the cameraman for the civil rights movement. Do you know that? Did you know that? Did you know that? And did you know that he was the one that took the famous Lorraine Hotel picture? Did you know that? Did you know that? Do you know if there was somebody around to critique this guy, there's a possibility that Martin Luther King could have grown to be an old man? Did you know that? Did you know that? See, the problem is we don't like to check each other. Let me show you something about Ernest. Let me show you something. Let me pull one more photo about Ernest. Since everybody want to talk crazy, 1 second. Let me pull out one more and then we're going to go. Because I love to make this point. I love to make this point for the naysayers. You know what I'm saying? I love to take this. I love to make this point for the naysayers. Now, one thing about Ernest, you will find, is Ernest felt as though that he was conscious. Did you know that? And if someone would have attacked him, not really attacked him, but would have called him out, most people would have attacked the one that called him out. In the 60s, they would have attacked the one that was trying to help everybody. I mean, you feel what I'm saying? Look at Pootie Tang is back. We lost MLK's son. This is year 2024. Exactly. And we was just defending the honor of MLK against Michi X. And then the next day we hear on the news that his son has passed away. Did y'all see how we in the algorithms of history right now? Did anybody notice that? Was I the only one notice that? The next day, Martin Luther King's son passed for him. The next day, we defending his honor here on Morse World TV. This is how we know we on the right side. Now, back to Ernest Withers. The FBI agent who most likely gave all the locations of all the movements, because he was going to be there being a cameraman, and he was a real cameraman. I mean, and he was a real cameraman. He took that famous picture. But can you imagine while he was out and about? You know what I mean? Listen to this. He was moving even in his older age as he was conscious. You see this? Can you imagine someone back then saying, oh no, this is an agent, Martin? Martin would have probably got mad. Martin would have probably got mad. You feel what I'm saying? Martin probably would say, ain't nowhere in the world, that's my friend. That's my friend. Everybody around probably would have got mad. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Morse World TV is a necessary thing. In this age of social media, it's a necessary thing. Let people call it trolling. Let people call it whatever they want. Yeah, we're going to have some jokes. Yeah, we're going to, come on. Yeah, we're going to have some jokes. Yeah, we're going to play some music. But in fact, if you can get past that, you can get to the critical information that'll get your wheels turning so you can see who's who. And that's real talk. He got a crown on and everything. Full-blown agent. Probably knew every language of the conscious talk back then. I mean, probably knew everything that needed to be said so he can fit in, so he can get a pass. So with that being said, family, y'all can go cry somewhere else, because every time I do a show, I already know that it's going to be somebody thinking that it's just a show. But I'm telling you, I would guarantee you that Fred Hampton possibly would have wished that somebody would have warned him about the agent that was screaming Black Power next to him. Now let's get with this show.
It never really mattered too much to me.
But I'm
Yeah, when I came on the scene,
I'ma
right?
talk about it.
It never really
I
mattered
wasn't
too
even tripping,
much
you
to
know what I mean?
I know they mad, but I'ma talk about it.
But they was coming at the moors like they was half crazy.
They watch me talk about it. I don't care. I
and
talk
it
about it.
forced me
It never really
to
mattered
expose
too
these
much
people,
to
but
me.
They
in
love
reality,
to hear me. So yeah,
never
I'ma
really
talk
did.
about it. These frauds are mad. Make no mistake. I expose the fake. I made their pockets lose weight. 2023 was foul. Polite went on trial for a lesser charge, but it still equate to raping a child. We left her and her mother scarred in this fraud. Went on IG saying that they dropped the charges. Regardless, I never been a co-conspirator. He put that fraud in front of people. That's why we hearing them. Red and blue pill went up the Stone Mountain trying to get the power out of rock, shooting the video bouncing. Brother Rich think he slick like a wizard, pushing pseudoscience, but he call it metaphysics. Billy Carson did the first annual Conscious Award. King Simon was smiling like a Jessica at a court. No spaceships, no aliens, but a whole lot of crackers. But at least he got an underground city if they attack us. And the FBA caught, they keep getting jerked. 1 million for a club and the toilet don't work. Okay, let's keep it a buck. It ain't nothing but a club that can't sell alcohol, tickets, or grub. In the city, about to shut him down at any given moment. Tariq got a mortgage that I'm telling he owned it. Meet X conference for vendors, the black agenda. Ain't nobody show, I guess they gone to November.
It never really mattered too much to me.
It don't matter to me, no, it don't matter to me.
See, I don't even know why they even got me started, you know what I mean?
I do it for the people, only for the people, for real.
Why do they even try to test me?
It don't matter to me.
Y'all be wanting it super loud. That what y'all be wanting to do. Let me see something real quick. Let me see. Let me see something, man. Cause y'all doing too much. Let me see something, man. Let me see if we can get it right. Let me see if we can get it right. Anyway, I might have to get it right. Let me see. I won't wait till everybody get up in here anyway. Now, y'all ain't said nothing. How about that? Let me see, where you at? If I can find it. I'm waiting for y'all to get up in here anyway. How about that? Nah, I was busy anyway. How about that?
It never really
Nobody boy be on quiet time like a junkie. Come each and add that, then became silent and flunk. You might not know that fraud, but rest.
It never really mattered too much to me.
But I'ma
Yeah,
talk
when I came
about
on
it.
the
Yeah,
scene,
I'ma
right?
talk about it.
It never really mattered
I wasn't even
too
tripping,
much
you
to
know what I
me.
mean?
All right, here we go.
It never really mattered
Yeah, when I came on the scene,
That's all right. That was doing all that to let y'all come in.
I wasn't even tripping, you know what I mean?
I know they mad, but I'ma talk about it.
But they was coming at the Moors like they was half crazy.
They watch me talk about it. I don't care. I talk
And it
about it.
forced me
It never really
to expose these people, but
They
in
never
reality,
hear it. So yeah, I'ma
they
talk about it. These frauds are mad. Make no mistake, I exposed the fake. I made their pockets lose weight. 2023 was foul. For life went on trial for a lesser charge, but it still equates to raping a child. It left her and her mother scarred, and this fraud went on IG saying that they dropped
I'm getting
the
ads
charges.
too. Oh my God.
I've never been a co-conspirator. He put that fraud in front of people, that's why we hearing them. Red and blue pill went up the Stone Mountain, trying to get the power out of rock, shooting the video bouncing. Brother Rich think he slick like a wizard, pushing pseudoscience, but he call it metaphysics. Billy Carson did the first annual Conscious Award. King Simon was smiling like a Jessica Accord. No spaceships, no aliens, but a whole lot of crackers. But at least he got an underground city if they attack us. And the FBA caught, they keep getting jerked. 1 million for a club and the toilet don't work. Okay, let's keep it a buck. It ain't nothing but a club that can't sell alcohol, tickets, and drugs. And the city about to shut him down at any given moment. Tariq got a mortgage that I'm telling he owns it. Meet X conference for vendors, the black agenda. Ain't nobody show, I guess they gone to November. It don't matter to me, no, it don't matter to me.
Oh, look at my African American over here.
I do it for the people, only for the people, for real. Why do they even try to test me? It don't matter to me, no, it don't matter to me. You know what I mean? If you ain't right and you call my name, it's going down. Let's go. You heard? Yeah. Come on, girls, me. I got one question. Meechie X was cussing everybody out online. She was crying, ain't lying. Oh my God, I was dying. Hip hop showed it all just a year before, but this year she topped that for sure.
I'm an environmentalist. I just make up anything.
Pay for the debate. The debate didn't happen, so she left the East. Flew to Cali, let Killer Priest kill them cheeks. I keep telling these people, it's not a game. You don't want me on your heels. Let's get it. Tony the
I'm an environmentalist.
Everybody folded. He tried to warn you. Jay Morrison was getting over. Jay closed the toss of real estate fund. Everybody who fell for the scam was looking dumb. Boys looking like a clown.
I'm an environmentalist.
Like a bad investment just ended. Come on, boy. It was a scam, boys. Won't you just admit it? Young Pharaoh talking crazy. He need to be committed. He claimed them shrooms.
I'm an environmentalist. I just make up anything.
There's a padded room. It's too disgusting to go into detail. How him and Young Pharaoh like girls who are males go figure. They all like mentally ill. Garfield and Jagger Squad are the only one who kept it real. Missouri, I started running with whack. On the real, still waiting for the cap to come back. Yeah, I seen him on no jumper with the Fed and the devil. And that ain't the captain that I wanna remember. Remember Big Shirley, Crystal Muhammad, Uncle Suge, Yuck Bay, with all that drama, Queen Throne, Dr. Inky,
love
they
having
all
fun.
came
I'm
against
having
me.
fun,
They
man.
was a graveyard, they rest in peace and feces and dung.
I'm an environmentalist. I just make up anything.
Those who want some, Malik Lulu Shabazz had to quit his post.
I be vibing, my bad.
But cutthroats, ops and informers, I expose
I'm supposed to be
them all.
doing the show,
But if
man.
you really wanna salute, you know who you are. 30 years marching and bullhorn talking, suited and booted, but ain't nobody sparking. Ozone got 30 years running with these fools. The ultimate setup, informers got away smooth.
So you're a philosopher?
Oh, we gotta look up there.
Yes.
I try to warn you.
I think very deeply.
I'm trying to tell you. I really do. Let's get it. Sharif Bey said he would debate this shit. Jay topped his tail, and I
gotta make another song. I'm gassed.
God should be an eternity boy, cause they have poop babies when I swing that sword. I put Roy Bay on quiet time like a junkie. Comedian had that, then became silent a flunk. You might not know that fraud, but rest assured that he ain't got a government, he ain't no more. Wesley Muhammad spent all year talking about Malcolm, trying to convince us NOI didn't scalp him. We don't believe you, so put it to bed. Back then I think NOI was here with the feds. I know Malcolm Flex mad, but it don't make sense. Recently, Wesley only talk about spaceships, the mothership and baby planes flying above us. That's about as real as Ali Muhammad's government.
Yes, it is.
If I forgot you, I ain't forget your words.
Yeah.
Next year gonna be here. It's gonna be here. I'ma get you for sure. You gonna do something crazy. Cause that's what you do. That's what you do. You heard?
Still donating to Umar School.
Yo, shout out to Over Murder with the rap. Yeah. Let the conscious music wrap up.
Like they wanna be fooled. Fools still donating to Umar School. It's like they wanna be fooled.
What up, Sister Candy?
It's a Umar School.
What up, original people?
It's like they wanna be fooled. With fools still
Black girls
donating
read.
to Umar School. I said my people be slipping.
Well, anyway, family, let me just get started, family. I started a little bit late. I got a lot going on, man. You got to work with me. I got to get my voice right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got to get my voice. I got to get my voice right. You know what I mean? Because I'm about to. Family, let me ask you a question. I'm gonna tell you what I'm trying to do, family. I'm going to try my best to take this to another level, man. Listen. I'm going to tell you the honest God truth. They grifting. I do research to expose these grifters. Man, I got to monetize this work right here. I'm trying to tell you, I ain't going to grift you. But I got to monetize this, man. We got to put out some books. We got to write books about these people, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to put it in history books. You know how the European be monetizing off of our history, but they then twist it up and then they sell it back to us. Well, I think we should be the caretakers of our history. We're living in a time right now where history is actually making itself right now. We really are. And I think we need to go ahead and capitalize off it. So I'm going to do my best to do this full time. I'm trying to tell you, I'm going to quit my day job, man. Yeah, I'm going to quit my day job, man. I'm going to do this full time. So if y'all start seeing, I don't like them YouTube commercials. I think I'm going to have to stop them. But what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to see if people have goods, products, and services, if they want to endorse them here, if they want us to endorse them and sponsor shows on here, they can cut back from my day job. I'm trying to tell you. I'm telling you, go get some advertisement. Let me tell you something. You know what I realized? I got to get an analysis up on this on Morse World TV. I'm trying to tell you, I do. Morse World TV is so impactful that you got channels with over 600,000 subscribers and 550,000 and whatever. They're copying the style. Some people are responding. You know what I mean? They just doing what they doing. And so if people got products, they can't be no grifting products now. And I'm telling you, I need to see the products. I need to see them. You can't be sewing a little man on with a needle and thread like they do in jail and talking about you make clothes. We can't do that. We just can't do that. Nah. And you can't be You can't be white labeling stuff. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about that tonight. We can't be white labeling. But I think that we can create our own ecosystem. Morse World TV is super popular, family. I'm going to tell you what I know. I had to sneeze and I ain't do it in the mic. That was a good one. I hit the mute at the right time. I'm getting good with this. I'm trying to tell you. But anyway, who sell fake car insurance? Who sell fake car insurance? Yeah, you can't be anything. That's why we need a screen. Anybody want to be on the board of directors here so we can build this channel up and we can solidify our place in media as well as history? I'm trying to tell you. Do another show on politics and discuss the different areas. I got you. Next week, we're going to go all political. And I'm going to show people. Now, my political position is different than everybody else. Stephen X, only way I would take corporate sponsors if it represents something, say for instance that they give back to our community or it's our corporations or something like that. You know what I mean? It got to be something that benefits us. I can't look down the line and it's something that destroys us. I wouldn't want to do it. I wouldn't want to do anything. You know what? I'd rather bang nails until I'm 95 years old as opposed to find that I'm supporting something that ultimately would destroy us. You know what I mean? I want to destroy that nonsense, but I want to uplift our stuff. You know what I mean? That's what I want to do. I would rather bang nails and shovel poop after horses in a parade before I take something that's destroying our community. Nah, I'm good on that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of people do. I mean, but you do have other groups that that possibly, I don't know, I'm just giving them the benefit of the doubt, that possibly do support things that will help our community, but I don't know. I don't know who they are. Maybe you do. I'm giving benefit of the doubt. I give benefit of the doubt. Anyway, family, did you know that today I decided to do this show today? Do I have my radio voice on? Y'all gotta work with me. I'm gonna work on my radio voice. Press 7 if this is my radio voice. Did y'all know today? This is my radio voice. This is my podcast voice. I might be too goofy to be serious. I be serious. I be serious. Goofy and serious at the same time. I might be too. I can't do a podcast like these people, man. Yeah, in the news. All right, let me try. In the news today. All right, let me try a podcast. Y'all got to work with me. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Give me 1 second. All right, we're going to try it out. Give me 1 second. All right. Try my podcast voice on y'all. Let me see if I can do it. Seriously, I got to practice, man. I tell you, man, I'm trying to make this my day job. I'm telling you off the top. I ain't going to grift you. I'm telling you off the top. I'm trying to make it my day job. I enjoy exposing these people. I mean, I really do. I'm telling you the truth. I really enjoyed it. I like to see them squirm and lose their mind. I love it. I'm telling you what, no. I mean, shoot, I love to see them squirm and lose their everlasting mind. But anyway, all right, let me try this. Let me try one real quick. Let me get the news real quick. All right, maybe I can do a commercial break. Let me see how I sound on this commercial break. So, all right, get a host that's more serious than you. Combo might work. Man, they gonna mess up the show. You know why I don't wanna host next to me? I thought about it before, but the reason why I don't wanna host next to me, because some people just too sensitive. You know what I mean? I say a joke and I'll be in the camera still laughing, and they be ready to pull out the dagger on me. Nah, I'm good. Nah, I get a call. People too sensitive. I think that's why I like $1 million worth of game. You know what I'm saying? Because Wallow and Gilly, they don't get sensitive with each other. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's get into today's news. In today's news in Baltimore, there was a mean woman running down the street. I don't know her name, but she was just running and cussing and screaming explicits after explicits after explicit. She was saying MFer, MFer. And it seems as if that she had put egg in her head to make her hair puffy. It was not straight, it was puffy. And she was just running. Motherfucking N-word, mother, N-word. She was running and running and running and running, and she never got caught. So if anybody sees this lady running and just cussing up a storm, N-word after N-word after N-word, please call 311 for help. Secondly in news, we want to make sure that you get this number off of the screen. You can call Miss Ichi Y. Ichi Y. Ichi Y can be reached at 222-555, and she will gladly come and pick up her daughter. Ichi Woo. All right. Look at Black Warrior Spirit. That's not nice. That wasn't nice what she called Martin Luther King either. Anyway, back to my point. Last but not least, and if you show up and help to find Leechy X, Ichi Lou
Two.
will make you some soup.
Good.
Yes.
I'm saving you a plate. Smothered pork chop, cabbage stew.
Yes, indeed.
Good.
Looks scrumptious.
I'm saving you a plate.
No.
Two. Good.
So, yes.
I'm saving you a plate.
Yes, indeed. Yes, yes, yes. So I'm hoping that you will help
Smothered
find
pork
this
chop.
yelling, cussing lady.
Cabbage stew.
That boy ain't right.
Good.
Come on, man.
That boy ain't right.
I'm saving you a plate.
Oh, boy, he ain't right. Are you a real Grand Sheik? Do real Grand Sheiks play like that and troll people? You ain't no real Grand Sheik. I'm a real human being. What's the name say? That's not nice. How nice is it for one to cuss out Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King? Huh? Like, come on, man. See, that's the problem with us, too. We don't like to fight the devil with the same fire that the devil throw at us. That's the problem, too. You know that messed us up, too. We never want to fight the devil with the same fire that he throws at us. We always want to put water on the fire. No! Throw the fire back at him. Nah. Listen, stop putting water on. If someone throw fire at you, keep yourself in the bounds of righteousness or the bounds of moderation. Don't jump out the window and be cussing people out and threatening people and all that, but just get a little bit witty and throw the fire back at them. Can I get a 7 for that? We always want to turn the other cheek, put water on the fire. I mean, listen, if turn the other cheek was a literal teaching, why did Peter, when the soldiers came for Jesus, he pulled out the sword and cut his ear off? He pulled out the sword and cut his ear off. Huh? Why did he cut the man's ear off? And Jesus, according to the story, picked the ear up and put it back on. Jesus did not get mad at Peter for cutting the ear off. Because Peter threw the same fire back. And I know some people don't believe in Jesus no more. Think about the principle of the story if you can. Now, with that being said, let's get busy. So anyway, family, how y'all feel today? So what I want to talk about today is these grifters. Family, do y'all know that there are channels out there that literally are okay channels for information? Do anybody, because this is going to stay up. Hey, family, if you know any channels that's on YouTube, before we start, do you know any channels on YouTube that's solid and good for information? I'm gonna Google one right now so I can screen share it. I mean, put it up there. Do anyone type it in real quick, because it doesn't make sense that we talk about, what's that one that I was watching today? Anybody? I'm gonna see if I should have had it ready. I just thought about it, because I think we do need to show both sides. Black Power Media. Anybody familiar with Black Power Media? If you're not, y'all need to go check out Black Power Media if you are interested in some They're a little bit more calm than I. But they have solid information. I think one of the hosts came for me one time, but I get it. It's social media. You know, you got to get your hype up too. You know what I mean? I get it. One of the hosts, I don't know if he was a guest or a host, but I think it came at me one time. But I wasn't tripping. You know what I mean? I wasn't tripping at all because I understand social media. It's all good. He don't mean no harm, I guess. But anyway, this is one that I know off the top. You know what I mean? Doggy Diamonds, Black Power Media. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all know one, Dagger Squad, if y'all know one, you know what I mean, put it in the chat so people can go and check these things out and make a decision on their own, because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that we expose the fraud and not promote those that you find that is credible, valuable, and give some good information. Is that right? Is it, brother, the nation is that right? Seriously, real talk. If we're going to expose the fraud, we need to also show the alternative. I like the brother going back to Africa. I mean, I like Dane Calloway, but I'm going to tell you, Dane Calloway, he be hooking some stuff up, though. But, hey, you know, I think he give quality presentations, though. They real quality. But I do think Dane Calloway be hooking some stuff up. But I do think he give he be hooking some stuff up. What I mean by hooking some stuff up, he's very good. He's a very good presenter. He's a very good presenter, and many people don't. They can't decipher from the glamour and glitz and the beautiful presentation. You know what I'm saying? So, but man, I like Dane Calloway too, though. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I like Dane Calloway because I think he put in a lot of work. But one of the problems, I'm in the middle of the road, because one of the things is that Dane, if somebody wanted to debate him, he has an air of arrogance about him. And he say he need $500,000, and that's when you know ain't no debate happening. Ain't no debate happening. You know what I mean? If you say something, I'm of the thought that you should stand on it. And yeah, you might need to make some money, I mean, along the way, but I mean, if you say something and you teaching people something that's critical, I mean, I think you should stand on it. I think you could stand on it. And let me say this to Pearly Battle. Every screen share don't mean that it's proof. Then don't you dare say Bro Sanchez. Bro Sanchez is garbage. Bro Sanchez is garbage. Oh no, Miss Be Awakened. Miss Be Awakened. Nah, he's garbage. He's garbage. I ain't gonna let you say that. He's garbage. He's a fast talking guy, but he's garbage. Oh, nah, he's garbage. He done ate off of that. He done ate off of that flat earth so much he don't know what else to do. He don't know what else to do. That flat earth, he done ate off flat earth for 10 years. I'm going to try to do that with Tariq Nasheed.
Come on, man.
Dane Calloway eating off that indigenous idea all that time. I mean, Dane Calloway eating off the indigenous, the Indian thing. Let me get started, family. Peace and love. Peace and love. Now, shout out to everybody. Shout out to Dane Calloway, Bro Sanchez, and anybody that you think is quality. You know what I mean? Anybody that you think is quality, put it up there. You know what I mean? Everybody ain't going to like all the same things. It is what it is. You know what I mean? As long as they not grifting, I'm good with that. But anyway, family, let's get into it. Let's get about, family, who started it all, family? Who started it all? Do anybody know? Who started it all? We should know who started it all. Saneter started it all. Let me see if I ain't even ready with Saneter. Oh, man, hold up. Did I got a clip of Saneter? Family, you know Saneter is the one that literally started it all on social media. Y'all do know that, right? Don't y'all know that? He started the grift on social media before anybody. Did y'all know that? Yeah. Saneter is the originator of the grift. Yes, indeed. Saneter is the originator of the grift on social media. Yes, indeed. Saneter, I think he was trying to make an honest living at some time. No, he wasn't. Let me stop. He's the original grifter. He the one that was dubbing people DVDs and VHS and selling them. And he wasn't conscious. He's the original grifter. Can we agree to that? He's the original grifter. There is no grifter before Saneter on social media as it relates to conscious. There is none. There is none. There is no grifter before Saneter. None. There is none. Seriously, people was calling him, all of these brothers that was running around doing all of these lectures, they was putting hours and hours and hours and hours in, and he would get a hold of the lecture and he would dub them and sell them and never gave the people nothing. Never gave the people a dime. Anybody familiar with that? Anybody familiar with that? Let me see if I can find one for you. He never gave the people a dime. Let me show you something. My bad. Hope y'all ain't catching nothing. So look. All of these type of DVDs right here. He would dub these. You know what I mean? He would dub these right here. Somebody say, what about Professor Black Truth? No, I don't like anybody that hide their face. He would dub these no matter who made them. He would dub these and sell them. You know what I'm saying? He would sell them. And never give the people anything. Never give the people a dime. You know what I'm saying? So he is the original grifter. Do you understand what I'm saying? He's the original grifter. Can we agree on that? Press 7 if y'all know the history. So, with that being said, it makes sense that earlier this year, Saneter, the grift was up. Let me break this grift down to you real quick, if I can. Let me break this grift down to you real quick. One of the grifts that people wasn't aware of is the debating grift. What Saneter would do is, now he would set up the debates, etc., and people would actually enjoy the debates. But the grift of the debate was, pay the speakers, maybe 1,000, whatever the case may be, and then he just eat off all the people that would show up, and then keep it pushing to the next, and then it become a big flea market of sorts. You feel what I'm saying? I've been to a couple of them. It'd be a big flea market of sorts, of conscious stuff, of what they want to be called conscious, crystals and incense and soaps and plagiarized books and all types of stuff. It just became that's what happened. And so once Polite ran with the bread and went to California, and he robbed quite a few people in the process. You know what I mean? He robbed quite a few people in the process. At that point, he couldn't really come back to New York. And Saneter was on his own. And a lot of the grifting that Saneter was doing, that a lot of the system grifting that Saneter was doing in public, he couldn't really do it no more, because at that point he became threatened. You know what I mean? You can't steal from people and go to public. That's what I'm going to pull up. So one of the ones, and my brother just pulled it up right here. One of the biggest turnouts was this one here. And they wasn't really, Saneter didn't care about any information or knowledge. I mean, he didn't really care about any information or knowledge. What he did care about is a bunch of hype debating. It could be baseless as long as it was something that could intrigue people and draw people in. And once they draw it in, and believe it or not, he had a good thing going. But one thing that I think the people did not remember is that he came in the game grifting. He came in grifting off the break. So now bring it up to speed. One of the last one of the last ones that he did, what I like to speak on, is this one here. And it seems like every time he talks about Kemet, you know what I'm saying, there's a grift involved. But this was a debate between Jabari and Garfield. Was Christianity stole from Kemet? And this is one where they set the debate up. Man, I don't like him staring at me like I'm nervous, man. He all in the shadow, hiding on that stuff. All that stuff. It was the old people call it back in the day. Is that boy on that stuff? So, somebody say, what do you mean? So, I'm about to break it down. So the grift with this one was that him and Jabari, Brother Garfield and Jabari, was going to debate. They get the money. The first date, to what I understand, is that before the date comes, you know, Jabari, Garfield had he was going to be late or something, whatever the case may be. But whatever the complication was, they had no intentions to follow through with the debate. They had no intentions. So they took all the money that people had paid to Eventbrite. And when they took the money, do you remember in the song in Wrap Up? Do you remember? Let me see if I can go through it. See if you can remember. Let me see if I can go to it real quick. In the song Wrap Up, I say,
It never
Boys looking like a clown trying to rack the people pay for the debate.
Right.
The debate didn't happen, so she left the East. Flying, oh my God, I was dying. Nepal showed it all just a year before.
I say Nepal showed it all just a year before. What am I talking about? I'm saying just a year before, Nepal was on the internet showing her behind all over the place. Nepal was on the internet showing her behind all over the place. You follow me? So I said Nepal showed it all just a year before. But this year, she topped that for sure. This is the wrap-up song.
But this year, she topped that for sure. Saneter gave Jezebel keys to the safe.
I say Saneter gave Jezebel keys to the safe.
Yeah, she took 6 racks, the people paid for the debate. The debate didn't happen.
She took 6 racks. The people paid for the debate. The debate didn't happen. Check it out.
So she left the East, flew to Cali, let killer priest kill them cheeks.
She flew to Cali. So she left the East, flew to Cali, let killer priest kill them cheeks. So she went to Cali and started on the podcast with, she went from on the phone to next thing you know, she popped up in the studio. You feel what I'm saying? So the whole little verse, the whole little bars right here is talking about that.
Saneter gave Jezebel keys to the safe. Got one Crystal. BTX was cussing everybody out online. She was crying, ain't lying. Oh my God, I was dying. Nepal showed it all just a year before, but this year she topped that for sure. Saneter gave Jezebel keys to the safe. Yeah, she took 6 racks, the people paid for the debate. The debate didn't happen, so she left the East, flew to Cali, let killer priest kill them cheeks.
So when I write songs, I write with reality, right? So Saneter she controlled the Eventbrite. You understand what I'm saying? She controlled the Eventbrite. Saneter is such a simp. Listen, how simple is this? This guy, such a simp. This guy is married to a woman that was with him when he was strung out like a dope fiend. According to him, he was a dirty, low-down dope fiend junkie. According to him. And Farrakhan sparked his mind. You know what I'm saying? And that's when he turned around a little bit. But the original wife was with him through all of that. And in non-rehabilitated dope fiend manner, he gets a little attention on the internet, and this lady that has been through every Hebrew platform that you can name and showing her bosoms and her goodies all over the internet. He's so out of the loop that when she made her way to Saneter, he was dumbfounded. He didn't know the history that she had been showing the goodies all over the internet. He didn't know that she had fake marriages with 2 other people before him. He didn't know none of this stuff. And he's such a bad judge of character that he didn't even see it. So I remember that he first said online, I got 2 wives. I said, man, this fool is crazy. How in the world that you in Harlem and through the internet you get with somebody all the way in the sands of Sedona, Arizona. How in the world does this work? But nevertheless, that's how it worked. So with that being said, obviously, as my mama would say, if you like it, I love it. As my mama would say. Now, let me see if y'all can hear some of these trap music.
I didn't even take the second debate. I don't know why. Okay? I don't know anything about that. But I do know that our senator has been threatening to kill me, to send people to hurt my sister and my mom. He's been threatening to go live and show videos of my mother when he interviewed her. When my mom was a little girl, he said, what was race relations like? She goes, I didn't even notice it because there was a little boy, 6 years old. There was a little boy.
So if you can't understand because it's kind of cracky, she's telling a story about that when she was young, you know what I mean, there was a little European boy, 6 years old, and she liked him, and
okay, so there was a little boy across the street who liked this little white boy. He was 6, and I was 6, and he had a crush on me, and I had a crush on him. You know that he said, quote, again on my life, that I'm going to tell the people that your mom said she likes white D in her TUSY.
So what she said is that Saneter said he was going to tell everybody that she like Europeans.
Saneter that people think he's so great. He's abusive. I mean, I'm not tripping, but I return abuse when I get abused. I don't mental abuse people and yet mental abuse them and talk about their parents off the rip because of whatever. So as far as Eventbrite goes, I don't want any problems now that he's been extorting me.
She said Saneter going to tell everybody. Saneter going to tell everybody. She said Saneter going to tell everybody that her mother white. And she like white boys. Oh, man. I mean, it's kind of cracky. Something to that effect. Hold on.
I want to return the money to everybody. I've always felt that way.
So look, she says she wanted to return the money to everybody. But the reason why, hold up. Let's go to I hope y'all can hear it break down because it's kind of, I don't like the sound on this, but it is what it is. But the reason why, hold up. Y'all funny. Y'all just too much, man. For real. Y'all just way too much. Y'all just way too much. So listen.
It's crazy. Did you give everybody back a refund?
That's the thing. I haven't even done anything because he told me if I do it, he's gonna do something to my mom and my sister. So I finally said, I don't want him to do anything to them. I said, fine, I'll give you money. Just leave me alone. He called my mother like, I'm not lying. Sometimes today she's 82 years old. He called my mom. Really, she has proof. And I'm going to go tomorrow. And my mom and I are going to file a restraining order against them. And I'm going to have to now, because Jabari's sending me out forward the email that Jabari sent me.
She said she gonna file a restraining order against Saneter because man, this is just crazy. I love it though. It's good.
If anybody's going to get criminal charges against them, it's going to be Saneter. And if Jabari wants to be associated with them, he can get involved with the criminal charges as well. Because Saneter is threatening me to harm my sister and me if I give refunds. And they're trying to say I'm stealing. Stealing for what? Because that's how I thought it was my husband. How am I stealing it for $3,800?
She said, I think she said that if you my husband, how can I steal from you? If you my husband, how can I steal from you?
I'm stealing $3,800 from him. So, like I said, you don't have to believe me or anything, but that's the information. That's the full story. Jabari and Saneter, both. I didn't know Jabari was a scam artist, but now, see, I see for myself one day.
Now that's the part right there. She said, I didn't know if Jabari was a basically a crook, but she said now I see it for myself. But in fact, we know they all are crooks.
I'm sure that he is nothing but a scam artist, and I didn't think Saneter was. All those years I defended him. Why don't you want to give people refunds if they want them?
She said she didn't think Saneter was a thief or a scammer, and she didn't think Jabari was a scammer, but now she's seen it for herself. But the problem is that she had the money. Why didn't she just return it? Wouldn't that make sense? Press 7. Wouldn't that make sense? Why don't you just return it? If you got the money, why don't you just return it? Hold up. We cooking.
I wanted to just say I don't want to be part of this. I don't want to be part of this.
Let me ask you a question real quick. Did you release any funds to him at all from Eventbrite from the beginning or anything?
No, because he went from the day of the event. He was like, calling me names, calling me a hoe, saying, F you bitch, F you hoe. Because I was like, you're not even doing this right. Like, she was yelling at me with Jabari about sending out the links, saying how great Jabari is. I don't know what it is with him praising Jabari, and I never had a problem with Jabari. From what you see, I never had a problem with him until he started showing his ass and acting crazy with me. Like I said, I have an email from him threatening me, Jabari threatening me, and Saneter and Jabari threatening to go tell people that I'm stealing when they're the ones who want to steal from people. And since Jabari, like I said, Saneter said we will not pay them now. All right, Garfield, I know you're probably saying, I don't know what you're going to say, but I want to contact Killer Green, and then I can call my sister, because I had them listening on the line when Saneter was saying he doesn't want to pay you, and he was threatening to come harm my family. So, if you could just hold on 1 second, and then you can, okay, 1 second. All right, I'm talking.
My bad. And there was one time that I would say that Saneter wasn't a grifter. You know what I'm saying? And there would be one time when I thought Saneter was doing a good thing. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I would only say that because in my mind, I seen that Saneter was giving people a platform that probably wouldn't normally have a platform. You follow what I'm saying? But now, when I think back, and that's why I believe and have faith and confidence in this thought here. A wise man or woman changes their mind often. A fool is obstinate. They know everything but their own ignorance. Never be obstinate. Be prepared to change your mind if you got more information. And when I really considered it, I was like, man, that's right. Saneter came in this conscious thing stealing. When he was making all these people videos, he wasn't giving them a dime. They was reaching out to him. What's the brother name? Rashidi. Who else? Y'all can name some. You know, I butcher people's names. I can get due to you right, but you know what I'm talking about. What's the brother, the main one? And that one went on the internet. The brother that take the trips to Kemet. Good brother, take the trips to Kemet. I mean, he's a master as it relates to a lot of the sciences of our forefathers and foremothers in ancient Kemet. You know what I'm saying? But he took these people works and did not give them a dime. Asher Quasey, there we go. I ask that every time. But and did not give them a dime. So he came in a crook and a thief. But nobody caught it. And so it's not surprising now that, that in 2024 that we see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Now listen, the thing is about Garfield, and I'm not a lawyer for Garfield. I just know this. Let me tell you this, what I know about Garfield. Me and Garfield don't agree on a lot of things. We don't agree on a lot of things. But one thing I do know from my experience with Garfield, I can say that when he researches something, he has quite a few cross references for his position. I never seen him grift nobody. Now, if somebody been grifted, then hey, they got to come forward. But I seen like Saneter was doing something on him. I'm like, hold up, man, get out of here, because he's trying to save his face. But at the same time, like again, I'm not no lawyer for him, but just for Saneter to do stuff like this, I mean, said he's going to blame. Hold up, where I put it at? Where I put the thing at that fast? Says he's going to blame.
I've never fallen in my life. Okay, so Bart and Saneter, because you didn't go to the debate that time. You know, there was something that happened with the ticket that closed out. Event right, I had to do another. You know what I'm saying? Another. Okay, so on the day of, don't send out new links. Don't do anything until the day of, because I don't want these quote niggas, these cheap ass niggas in the community, to start sharing the link. And I know that nigga Garfield is giving the link out to people. It's all true. You don't have to repeat what I'm saying to you, whether you listen to me or not. It's all true. So I know you're this friend, but I'm telling you what I know, okay? I was his wife. And he does like a dirty dog. Right now, him and Jabari, the day that the debate didn't go, I swear on my life and I believe in God and the almighty power. They said, we're going to bring Garfield for everything. Didn't you like that, Garfield? I was thinking we were taking off.
So basically what it's saying is that
we're not taking Garfield.
Now we know that she's a grifter too. We know that she's a grifter too. But what she's saying in that clip is that they are going to blame Garfield when they take the money and don't return the money. That's the plan. Jabari And everybody, let me go up here real quick.
He didn't go. This I swear on my life and I believe in God and the Almighty power. They said we're gonna bring ourselves. Believe in God and the Almighty power. They said we're gonna bring ourselves for everything.
So basically, they wasn't going to return the money. They wasn't going to return the money to those who have purchased the ticket at $25 a piece. And they wasn't going to have the event. And they was going to blame Garfield and they will get no refund. How crazy is that? I'm sorry. You know what I mean? That's the way that it sound. I'll try to modify it the best I can to make it audible. But that's what it is. That's what it is. Let me see if I can get one more in before I get out of here with this segment.
I have to do another. You know it's another. Okay. So, on the day up, because I'm at home, don't send out new links. Don't do anything until the day of, because I don't think these niggas is keep us niggas in the community to start sending links. And I know that nigga Garfield is giving the link out to people. This is so true. You know the people that came to you, right. Or you can listen to me or not. It's all true. So it is funny, but I'm telling you what I do because I was the wife. And he does like a dirty dog. Right now, him and Jabari, the day opted. Right now,
Think about
Jabari, the day opted. The day didn't go. This is, I swear on my life and I believe in God.
That they're gonna blame Jabari. They're gonna blame
Almighty power. They said we're gonna blame God.
Oh, that's I played that one. So yeah. So at the end of the day, I'm just trying to underscore. Sorry for the audio, but I'm trying to underscore that these people have been scammers. In the name of this demonstration that we're doing here tonight, we're talking about that FBA, Black Power, conscious community. You have been played. Most of it is a sham or a scam. Most of it. Very little of this information network has anything to do with uplifting you or empowering you. Very little, very little. Those who are trying to empower you, the first thing that they do is asking you for your donation is not the first thing that they do. The first thing that they do is they put in some work and they allow people, if they want to make a contribution, they make a contribution. It is what it is, you know what I mean? Or they find ways to maybe you sell something of value. You know what I mean? Maybe you sell something of value. You know what I mean? I don't have problem with you selling something, but selling something that's not of value, plagiarized books and all of this old crazy stuff. Nah, that ain't cool. But hold on. I wanna put something up here. Let me see, where is that? Oh, there it is. Let me see if I can. I need to. Let me see if I can.
I didn't even play the second part, the second debate. I don't know why. Okay? I don't know.
All right, we going. I'm just gonna light a candle. So we're gonna lower this and keep this candle lit. Is that all right with y'all? Huh? Is it all right? Is it okay as we keep a candle lit in the building tonight? Is that all right? They're selling CD Hidden Colors. Yeah, they were selling Hidden Colors jackleg, bootleg too. Absolutely. They were selling anything. So let me see. So these people are known grifters, you know what I mean? And I'm telling you, I'm doing documentaries on all these things when it's all said and done. When it's all said and done, yeah, I'm doing documentaries on everything. That's right. I'm gonna polish all of this stuff up. All of this research, I'm gonna polish all of this stuff up, and we doing documentaries on everything. Well, I just wanted to light a candle so we can set the mood for the next one. I like that guy, Petty King. I didn't even. got the people breathing 93 octane. Yeah. So anyway, I'm just so petty. I wonder if Moochie be working a lot, but I wonder if Moochie petty as me. Moochie got me beat. Yeah, Moochie got me beat. Anyway, let me. So one of the things that I want to point out. Let me get back to my stuff. One of the things that I want to point out, fam. It's just funny to me. It's just hilarious to me. But one of the things that I want to point out, family, like I said, it's all a scam. It's all a scam at the end of the day. And one thing that you know, that these people have no cut card when it comes to the scam. And one thing that you have to know is that they all do the same exact scam. They all do it. It never changes. Let me see if I can find what I'm looking for. Family, what is unique about these are 3 people that don't like each other. Boyce don't like, let me see, All Black National Convention don't like the Black Agenda. Black Agenda don't like the Foundational Black American. The Foundational Black American, they don't talk about Boyce no more. What is the commonality of all of this right here? The commonality is that there are 3 people, not to mention Saneter again is the orchestrator, the one who ultimately brought all of this to surface. Remember, he was giving the lectures, and they became nothing more than flea markets. And this is all this is. This is wishful thinking flea markets. They'll give you a bunch of lectures, tell you what you should do, what you could do, what you can do, what you ought to do, and then they're going to sell you something. That's all it is. It's just a big old flea market. That's all it is. I'm telling you, they're revival flea markets, but they all do it, and people ain't catch on yet. They all do it. You know the problem that they super mad with me? Because since I started, me and Moochie started calling them out, their numbers have been dwindling. This year, 2023, you didn't even see Boyce post anything about it. You didn't see Boyce post anything about it. The Foundational Black American Expo, it was thin than what it used to be. If you go back to the old videos, when they was having these flea markets, man, it was people everywhere. You feel what I'm saying? It was people everywhere. They was packed. People standing outside, couldn't get in. Since Moorish World TV started covering this, they haven't been able to do anything like they used to. And so a 30,000 subscriber channel is so impactful that it busts their pockets up. This is why people get so mad. No one was able to do what we have done here. This is why a Tariq Nasheed would go crazy as he have. This is why. This is why he would lose his mind. Because Moorish World TV has told the truth. Moorish World TV has awakened the people. If we wasn't effective, nobody would care. It's many channels out there talking, but don't nobody care. But Moorish World TV, we have mastered the art of illustrating the ills in our community to put people on point. Anybody remember this one? Remember this one? I remember I was one of the first ones to expose this when Polite was selling the idea that he was renting condos and building them out of cargo bins. I was one of the first ones to highlight that. You can go check the record. It's still up. I was one of the first ones, did a whole expose on it. I showed who really owned it. I showed the newspaper articles, the the news and all of that. Yeah, I showed it all. But guess what? People will steal the stories and then they will make it their own. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. It's all good. Long as people get woke up. But at the end of the day, these people, most importantly, let's move on real quick. These people, most importantly, Michi X. Let me ask you a question. Anybody ever think about this? When we look at these scammers and these schemers, right? When we look at these scammers and these schemers, outside of Boyce, because Boyce actually had a job, I want y'all, and I'm going to wait for it while I get some water. Where do these people get their startup capital from? Where do these people get their startup capital from? I thought I had some water right here. 1 second. Anybody know? Where do they get their startup capital from? Let's take Michi, for instance. Michi says that she has, this is what she said. She said, you was begging people to help you fly out to California, et cetera, et cetera. She said, I get a 6-figure income. I would have donated it to you. Where do they get this money from? What is Michi X business? Michi X is teaching people. Let me pull it up so you can see. I want y'all to think tonight. Michi X sells herself to teach people how to make money. Is that right? But I'm asking you, where do she get her money? Where? Let me tell you the slickest game that's been played on people. Let me tell you the slickest game. The slickest game of the internet, and I'm going to say it a couple times tonight. The slickest game on the internet is to sell you courses to make money and claim that you got money when in fact you're really just making money from the people. But where do you get your startup money? I'm going to say it again. Let's do it like this. These are the courses for Michi X. These are all the courses for Michi X, right? Now, once she make this money from any crazy person that would think that she can teach them to be successful with online business or whatever the case may be, then she'll brag about she has been successful and whatever. Let me give you an example. It's kind of like the rappers today. The rappers be broke and they be struggling. As soon as they be nickel and dime dope dealers. You know what I mean? They be on the corner dope dealers. But they can rap really good. The moment that they make rap money, they start talking about these big kilo pushers. Like Rick Ross. Rick Ross was a CO. You know what I mean? He was a police. You know what I mean? Soon as he get his record deal and he learn how to hustle with real legitimate money, he begins to floss as if he used to floss it in that lifestyle. And what it is that people are not really paying attention. The conscious community people do the same thing. They will floss, but they flossing on the supporter's dollar. They don't have an independent success. They don't have an independent success about anything. These rappers that rap about all these drugs, most of them don't have an independent success of hustling drugs. The only time it look like that is when they get that front money from the record company or they begin to sell records. That stuff, they don't have no success in the streets for real. And this is the same thing that these crooks are doing. They're using the same methodology, that they're taking the people money and making it look like they're successful. but they really not. Or they getting money from their mama, they getting money from whomever they can and making it look like they're successful. But they're only getting it from the people and promoting themselves with whatever dime they can get from the people to make it seem successful. Like, look, for example, online income, part 1, $149. But the whole point in the nutshell is, where is her success story for online income? Oh, you got to join the group to find that. You got to join the group to find that. You know what I mean? Online income. Online income part 2. That's right. You can get part 1, part 2, and part 3 for a minimal fee of $149. That's $450 that you can get part 1, part 2, part 3. And I'm telling you, I'm giving you $2 worth of game. I'm giving you $2 worth of game. They convince people that they successful with other people money. Real talk. Real talk. Look at this. CBD, drop shipping, all about marketing, course bundle. I mean, they convince people that they're successful with other people money. That, hey, look what I Sketch said. Michi has several businesses. Can you please put the link in? Listen, I remember. What's the name of the business, I Sketch? Thank you so much. I Sketch said Michi has several businesses of being in everybody else's businesses. What's the name of them? Let's look them up. What's the name of them? Come on. What's the name of them? Let's look them up. Let's look them up. You know we can look them up, right? Let's look them up. Can we look them up? Just say you're a hustler. Just say you're a hustler. Are we going to look them up or not? What are we going to do? Oh, she ain't put them there. The point is, I'm trying to put you up on game. It's not that people don't have businesses. It's the level of success. Oh, I Sketch. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's the level of success that people brag about. Mama is footing the bill for a lot of these people that talk crazy. You hear what I say? Mama is footing the bill for a lot of people that talk crazy. But now, let's go a step further. Thank you, I Sketch. So listen. Michi says that she has some success stories on her website. Our students utilize our courses and create primetime mart on e-commerce platforms and that offers a vast range of products from name brand to brand names with bulk options like Costco and fast shipping like Amazon. The student implementing the skills learned from our courses to develop a user-friendly interface and integrate with the multiple suppliers that ensure fast shipping. This site, and then she circled the site. This site has price ranges for all budgets. Now, we're going to go to the site. But listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. All you have to do is Google how to white label, and you can white label products. In fact, YouTube has a white label button where you can white label on YouTube. Absolutely. Right now, if I wanted Target to put an ad on my video, I can just press the button and Target ad will come up and I can get 10% of Target if something sell. YouTube just got that. YouTube just got that. But now, hold up. She said go to this right here. And I'm going to listen to it and I'm going to do it. She said, let's see what she said go to. Prime Time Mart. She says go to Prime Time Mart. And so I follow instructions very well because if I didn't, Mama would punish me. And so I went to Prime Time Mart and there you go. All of the cracker talk and the, you know what I mean, talking about her relatives and all that is out the window. All of this, this is called white labeling, family. This is prime. I went to Primetime Mart, and this is what I seen. This is what I seen. See, this is what I'm talking about, the contradictory behavior of these fake conscious people. You know what I'm saying? What they doing is they just white labeling, and they sending the money right back to the same people that they claim to be fighting against. I mean, and there ain't nothing wrong. I ain't going to knock the hustle like that, but just don't play both sides of the fence. Don't play both sides of the fence. If you're going to be about that life, be about that life. But this is Primetime Mart that she says, go and check it out. She says, go and check it out. I need to blow it up some more. Let me blow it up. See, this is the get rich scheme. She tell them to get a website. She show them how to go to the white labels, and then they just add white labels, and then they think, this is the problem though, they think that the money going to start rolling in. Don't no money roll in, because it's not that simple. Number one, in order to sell on the internet, you got to have constant internet presence and advertisement, or you have to have a name on the internet. Press 7 if you understand what I'm saying. So don't go and Google white labeling and think you're going to get some money. Ain't no money in that. Ain't no money in that unless you have, unless you are a strong influencer. Any and everybody cannot, like, I cannot say, Abu X, I'm going to teach you how to white label. Give me $500. I'm going to teach you how to set up your own business online. Basically, I'm just taking your $500 because Abu X, with all due respect, he's not going to have enough time and internet time because he got a real job. He got real things going on. He's not going to be on the internet to show the to create an influence in order for people to drive traffic to the website. So it's just going to be a graveyard website that you paid for, just sitting up there with people products there. And every year you're going to pay to have it hosted. Every year. You just, I mean, listen, it ain't no shot at nobody, but that's the scheme of the scam. Or that's the scheme of the sham. Sham or scam. The scheme of it is you tell everybody about the get rich demonstration. You feel what I'm saying? But the average person, the way that social media works today, the average person does not have a social media imprint or following in order for those things to kick off. It's just not going to happen. So what you're paying for is just to have somebody hosting, and you're going to feel good about yourself. Once you run out all your friends and all your family, you ain't got nobody coming to your site. That's just it. And they just go on to the next group. And they going straight to the bank, and you going straight back to work. It's all a game. So she told me to check it out. I went and checked it out. Now, how many of us Europeans are just not going to be trolling the internet looking for the stuff that she talk about? Check out Prime Mart. And they really think that they're good at psychology. They think that they put up European babies and European chefs and Nepal sister that they are going to attract people. Use Europeans. I can hear her now. Use white people. White people will buy before black people. I guarantee you, you're going to be good. You got to give it about 60 days. And as long as you use white people, they're going to buy. Ain't nobody buying this stuff. Listen, even Europeans, just like us, we are brand loyal. We are psychologically brand loyal. Some of us in here has been buying Jordans since Jordan first came out. Some of us been buying Nike. Some of us been buying Adidas. Some of us Puma. Some of whatever. We are brand loyal people. Ain't nobody jumping up. I'm telling you. Ain't nobody jumping up here. Somebody is brand loyal to the point where they want a baby stuff from Target. That's just what it is. Some people going to want it from Oshkosh. Some people going to want it from... Ain't nobody jumping on the internet and following a no name and taking their word for something. So, again, it's all a hustle. It's all a hustle. People don't want to believe me. It's all a hustle. I'm not saying it's necessarily a scam, but it sure is a sham. You know what I mean? It sure is a sham. Hold up. So what I did was I went and looked at, I got excited. See, this is why I put in work. This is why I need it, because it take a lot of time. This is why we have to sponsor my time putting this stuff in. So I began to go and look at all of these. I've been to go look at all the ones that she suggested that we go look at. And so she said, Peter's Field House. That wasn't operating. That site was down. MM for Life. I went there. Let me take you there. What I got from MM for Life. And MM for Life, I kind of like MM for Life, I think. Let me see. Did I get something from MM for Life? I think I got, no. I didn't go to MM for Life. I might be wrong. Hold up. Let me see. MM for Life was a good one. Peter Fieldhouse was down. I Want Some Popcorn was down. Amber Essentials was down. And Jeannie Vaughn was one that I went to. Okay, I went to Jeannie Vaughn. And when I went to Jeannie Vaughn, I was actually impressed. I was impressed. Listen to this. Shout out to Jeannie Vaughn. Jeannie Vaughn, I was impressed. It was a beautiful website, and she told her story. She says, I am a licensed cosmetologist focused on locks. For over 2 decades, I have blessed to help many people and men transition into locks. And I was like, okay, that's a good one. I was feeling it. I was like, okay, cool. And then I was even more impressed when I found out, like, okay, here go Jeannie. I mean, she got the family up in there. Okay, Jeannie Bond, let's go. But then I said, okay, hold up. I already know. I think Jeannie Vaughn probably good people. I'm telling you. I think Jeannie Vaughn probably good people. You know what I mean? But I said, let me just look a step further. So I look a step further, and then I look down the bottom, right? And I was like, all right, let me see what this is about. And so when I look down the bottom, I notice right here it says Digital Karma Online. What is that about? And so I tapped it. And so I tapped Digital Karma Online. And I said, okay, let me brace myself. Digital Karma. Up jumped the boogie. The locks was gone out the head, and she was selling the same thing that Michi X was selling. Can you believe this, man? The locks was gone, and she was selling pretty much the same thing Michi X was selling. See what I'm talking about, man? And I'm telling you, the weird thing about all of this, family, is that I'm not trying to knock nobody hustle, but it just seemed like a sham. She's selling the same exact thing. And you can book online. You can do, you see what I'm saying? Are y'all with me so far? This is what I'm talking about, man. This is why Morse World TV is so important. How many people is going to take...
Come on, man.
How many people... I'm going to ask you a question, fam. How many people is going to take the time to do the research and pull this thing apart? Huh? How many people? I need to know. How many people is going to take the time and do the research to pull this thing apart? Come on, man. We like it's some people that's probably going to take their last 500. They're going to take their last 500 and try to jump in on this get rich scheme. But maybe they would see Morse World TV and say, hold up, wait 1 minute. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Because this is crazy. This is crazy that people would, it's all a big hustle. It's all a big hustle. I mean, it's not always a scam. And let me be clear. When I say it's not always a scam, I'm just saying that there is a trade going on. It's not a fair trade because the one who has the upper hand, know that you're buying into something that's really worthless. You see what I'm saying? The one that has the upper hand, they know. It's like back in the day when it says in the Bible, when people go for grain, do not cheat the buyer. They will put a weight at the bottom of the scale to make the part of the scale where people put their stuff on, they will put a weight on it so it can weigh more than what it really weighs so they can get more money out of it. And the person that's purchasing the items, the grain or whatever the case may be, they don't even have a clue that they added weight to the scale. You see what I'm saying? And so that's the same thing in this situation. In this situation, ain't nothing changed. The one who owns the scale, they can rig the scale. You know what I mean? They can rig the scale. They know good and well that they are not going to be able. They know good and well that they are not going to be able to collect a whole bunch of money from a website when they don't have no internet following. But they sell it to people anyway. I'm here to tell you that that's just what it is. That's just what it is. I think this is very insightful. I think this is very, very insightful. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about you. I think it's very insightful. But all of it is white labeling. Remember in the song, I say, making money for the enemy you talk about. I can't understand why you ain't been walking out. They'll white label anything, cups and glasses. Mama, I say that? If y'all don't remember, I say it in the song. Making money for the enemy you talk about. I can't understand why you ain't been walking out. It's all white labeling. It is what it is. Now, at the end of the day, where do these people come from? Where do these people come from that can convince people online that there's some type of business mogul? Where do they come from? Where do they come from? Do anybody ever ask, where do these people come from? That they come up and all of a sudden they're selling all of these business ideas like they some mogul or something. Nobody cares. I mean, nobody would know who she was without Fly Nubian Queen. But where did she come from before that to prove that she was some business mogul? You see what I'm saying? See, if people start asking these critical questions, they have a lot of money in their pocket. I mean, like, where did you come from? What qualifies you? What qualifies you to teach me about making money online? Let me see your pay stubs. You feel what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Where is it? See, the problem is most people don't do research. Most people don't know that this is an old thing. Since 2014, these things been popping off. Since 2014, these things been popping off. I mean, I told y'all a long time ago that, you know what I mean, they've been white labeling for a minute. They've been white labeling for a minute and doing it in the name of liberation. You feel what I'm saying? They've been white labeling a minute, doing it in the name of liberation, and ain't nobody got that. Why people don't care though? I'm just want to get my money. Well, stop talking to black stuff. Stop talking to black stuff. Just get your money. See, the problem is that let me tell y'all for real. The real problem is that you baiting people by consciousness and you baiting people by empowerment. That's the real issue. The issue is not that you white labeling products. Anybody can do that if that's what you want to do. But baiting people by black empowerment, baiting people by consciousness, that's where the scam and the sham gets a little bit in the gray area. That's where the problem is. Listen, if the average person came up and was like, well, you know, Taharka, this is brother. Yeah, you know, Taharka, I watch your show and all, and Yeah, I do a lot of white labeling, and I make a lot of money. Or a brother come up, man, look, man, I don't know what you talking about, Taharkabey. I watch your show and all that, but I do white label. I make my money. It is what it is. And I would say to that person, I say to both of them, I say, hold up, check this out. Are you on the internet trying to convince people that you are going to empower them, that you're going to fight the white man, quote unquote, that you're going to ride them to eternity of happiness and liberation? Are you on the internet doing that? Well, nah, I don't do that. I just watch Morris World TV. Get your money, fam. Get your money. Period, point blank. Get your money. But when you start acting as if that you are liberating people from the oppressor, and you are funneling money to the oppressor by the way of white labeling, nah, you got to be called on it. Y'all, do y'all understand what I'm saying? Hopefully y'all understand what I'm saying. You have to be called on it because you're double talking now. You have no principles. You have no values. And you have to be called on it. That's right. So, now, last but not least, family, let me show you something real quick. Let me show you. I'm going to show you another thing, man. You know another thing that's crazy? Before we get out of here, you know we got to talk about your bro. Yeah, we got to talk about your bro. Real talk. Got to talk about, this is the M for life. Oh, yeah, this is another site she said go to. Here it is. I thought I missed it. This is another site she said go to. Let me see if I can find it. M for life. This was another site she said go to. This site was operating. This was the one I was looking for. I mean, Alchemist Lab. Are you selling people courses and saying the European need to? I mean, but look, but see, when you have a person that's talking about Becky's and all of this old crazy stuff, that's a total contradiction. That's a total contradiction. That's a total contradiction. Let me show you. Let me give you an example. Family, I'm gonna show you something real quick. Work with me real quick. Let me pull this up real quick. I'm gonna show you my value system, right? I'm gonna show you my value system real quick. Real talk. And this is real talk. I'm gonna pull something up on the slide. All right. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Hey. I'm trying to pull up something real quick. I'm going to show you something. Let me show you something real quick. Oh, man, where is it? Why didn't it come up? I just want to show you something real quick. I must not be spelling it right. Yeah, I must not be spelling it right. Let me see. So I wanted to pull up this store called Lauderers. And I stand on what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm spelling it wrong. Man, this is crazy. I can pull it up and I'm gonna tell you, the internet changed it too. The internet changed it too. They done changed up the algorithms of the internet. Real talk. Anyway, what I was trying to pull up is that most times that you see a brother wearing a fez, they are buying them from Europeans. You know what I'm saying? And we claim, here they go. And we claim, I'm gonna pull it up for y'all. And we claim that we are supposed to be the civilizers of the world, and Moors did this, and every place is more. You know how they do on the internet. They do it all the time on the internet. But anyway, when you go and look up so I'm about to pull these up real quick. So we wear fezes in the temple, you know what I mean? That's our religious and national headdress, we like to call it. And I just want to make a point real quick. Indulge me. So I'm just telling you that I stand on what I'm talking about. So when I found out that the Moors, so people always had a conversation, what the Moors do, what the Moors do. When I found out that the Moors have not solidified commerce for themselves, I mean, we got a few people that do it now, I decided to find a way to manufacture our own fezes through our temple, right? But this is from Lauderers. This is the site. And they sell these fezes for $70. You know what I'm saying? They sell them for $70. That white one is for $80. We don't use the white. But nevertheless, they for women and the Masonic. But it's a Masonic store owned by Europeans. And now y'all know we're going to go back to the Masonic shows soon. I don't know. Y'all got to give me some sevens if y'all interested. You know what I mean? But what I was going to say is, so I know that these Masons and Europeans control the market of fezes that we brothers are buying. So I took it upon myself, and when you see these fezes right here, I took it upon myself to get our fezes manufactured. You know what I'm saying? These all for sale. I mean, for us. From the beginning of production to the end. You know what I'm saying? So the point is, I'm not just saying stuff that I don't practice. I'm not saying stuff that I don't practice. I mean, I got fezes all over here. And so the point that I'm making is, I'm not saying anything that I don't practice. I'm not buying this from no European Mason and sending their children to college. I'm not doing that. I'd rather create our own ecosystem. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather create our own ecosystem. I mean, whether people like it or not, whether people call it a bucket, whether people call it Kentucky Fried Chicken, I know that this is my way of life, and this is many people's way of life. And so we got to centralize our products and not have people to sell something that we can provide for ourselves and claim that we're trying to empower ourselves. That's where the gray area is, when we act like we're trying to empower ourselves, and by default, you're empowering someone else. It's okay to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. It's okay if you want a white label to start right there, it's good. I mean, it's good. But you don't want to stay there. Man, you got to hit me up. It's an elderly lady in the community that make fez scrolls, scarves, tassels, and completely look over them. Hook me up with a Taharkabey@gmail.com. He said, who the people that manufacture the black? They are they Masons. It's a Masonic store. They're Europeans. The Moors that I did the show on about Sharif now, they sold the rights of some of the Moorish regalia that they wear. I don't wear that stuff. That they wear to the European Masons, because they Masons. They're the one that sold out the profit. I mean, I did a show about that a few days ago, about last week. That they sold out the profit. And so they sold the rights to. That's a whole nother story. They sold the rights. Matter of fact, I can show you real quick. They sold the rights to a lot of stuff. Now, I don't wear this stuff because they made a lot of this stuff up. You know what I mean? They made a lot of this stuff up, and a lot of this stuff wasn't around during the time of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, but I'll share it with you. See, one thing about me, I'm super transparent. It ain't no different than me. I call everybody out. I call the frauds out in a minute. Let me show you something real quick. Hey, well. Oh, there it is. Oh, man, what happened? I'm trying to screen share and split it for you real quick. There it is. Bam. All right, let me see if I can get this window up in there. All right, there it is. Y'all see this right here? This is Lauders. These are European Masons who man, I might do a show on this and show you how the Moors were sold out. This still happened to this day. That's why I cover this stuff. This stuff still happened to this day. So they sold these designs. I don't wear those because that blue and gold design, that's a Masonic thing that they try to adopt themselves into the Masonic type of demonstration. But yeah, all of that stuff. They sold all of that out. They sold all this out. White gloves. We don't wear no white gloves. That's a Masonic thing also. So they imitate Masonic principles. You know what I mean? Because they see us in affairs and they see. Man, it's a long story, but anyway. But yeah, they sold all this stuff to Lauders, to the European Mason. It's a Masonic regalia store. Even you see the flag of Islam, the Nation of Islam got stuff in there. Elijah Muhammad stuff is in there. The fez is, all of this stuff. So back to my point. They sold these designs to Europeans. You feel me? So what I decided to do was to get a collection of all the Prophet Noble Drew Ali's regalia that we had during the time of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, capture them all and take it back. And that's what I've been working on. And so what I'm talking about in this presentation tonight is not something that I don't stand on. Y'all feel what I'm saying? See, it's different if someone is talking and they don't stand on what they're talking. I actually stand on exactly what I'm talking. And anybody that know me knows that. Anybody that knows me know that. Like, I think even here, they carry the Moorish flag. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yep, they carry the Moorish flag. They got the little flags, and they carry these Moorish flags for $60 and one for $73 over here. The flag behind me, one second. The flag behind me, we manufacture that. We don't buy that from them. We manufacture that. In other words, we pay some Asiatics, so-called black people, indigenous people, melanated people to make these flags. That's what we do. You know, the last thing, as I was telling my wife, you know, sometimes we can't find our people that do the thing. And I say at the last result, we got to go outside of our people because we got to start somewhere. But we painstakingly try to make sure that we can, especially, you know, we're in an organization. And so the organization, you have other people money. You know what I'm saying? You can't play with other people money. And so we try painstakingly to support our people. You know what I mean? And when all else fail, we don't have a choice. Then we got to do what we got to do. But for the most part, we got some talented people. It just takes a little time to find them in certain areas of endeavors that we need them. But they're there. We just got to find them. You know what I mean? But anyway, with that being said, that's the point that I was making, that I'm just not talking, that at the end of the day, we got to do it ourselves. We got to stop selling our own selves out, because that's what's happening a lot of times. We sell our own self out. You know what I mean? Real talk. With that being said, let me get to my last one real quick before I get out of here, because it's getting late. Man, y'all stand up with me too. Let me get to my last one real quick. I don't even think I got to go into this one too much, because you already know. Mr. Rigi He is the master at taking the bread. He's a master at taking the bread. But the only reason I want to spend a couple seconds with Mr. Riki is due to the simple fact I want FBAs to ask themselves what has been accomplished since they came in contact with this guy. What has been accomplished in reality? And if you look at the track record, there's nothing there. Stirring up conversation on the internet, that's not nothing. Anybody can stir up conversation screaming white supremacist, white supremacist, white supremacist, and make some good talking points. You got that all over the internet. But when you're talking about moving the meter, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Everything is a grift for the bottom line on the back end, whether you like it or not. It's a promotion for the bottom line on the back end. See, this thing been going on a long time. Listen to this.
I remember years ago, when I was about 18, 19, I've always had my own little spots, my little apartments out here in LA. And I had one apartment that I really couldn't afford. I couldn't really afford none of them. I was so goddamn broke as a teen, but I had an apartment when I was about 19 in Sherman Oaks. It was real nice. I think I paid rent twice. And I found a way to stay in there for like 6 months. I kind of hustled the system. There's a way to do it. When you're broke, you get very creative. I get creative when I was broke. What you would do is you would get a court date.
This guy has been, and this is the funny thing, he's telling people what he's been doing for years. Since he was a teenager.
Because they didn't want to, they can't just evict you. If you don't pay rent, it's going to take a minute before you can get evicted. So what you can do is set a court date for like 2 or 3 months down the line. And while the court date is pending, legally you can still stay in the apartment. And you can also get like an extension on the court date and stay for a couple of more months. So there was all types of hustles I was doing to stay in these apartments for a long period of time. And they couldn't evict you. So I knew all those little hustles. And as far as utilities, man, I was a genius at keeping the utilities on. They turned my shit off and I would figure out ways to get the power back on. They turned my phone off. I would figure out a way to get that back on. One way I would get my phone on, and I'm not advising this to anybody. I'm just telling you, the point of this is just showing you how creative you can be when you're broke. Now, you can do it in a positive or a negative way. Now, I wouldn't recommend this, but what I would do.
He said you could do it, how you could be creative when you broke. You could do it in a positive and a negative way. Now, I wouldn't recommend this, but what I would do.
To keep my phone on, to get my telephone back on. Because this is before everybody had all the cell phones. Back then, this was like the early 90s. Cats had those big ass brick cell phones that looked like suitcases on your shoulder, which cost $1,000 a call. It wasn't none of those free minute plans back then. You had to pay a grip to have a cell phone, so you had to have a regular house phone. So what I would do, because to call the phone company to get your phone on, a lot of times they would have to verify your work and all this stuff. So I would look in the newspaper, I would look in the LA Times, and I would find the name of a reporter. Like a semi-unknown reporter who wasn't that well known. And I would get his name and I would call the phone company and say, hey, my name is Mike Smith. I work at the LA Times. Then they'll call up to the LA Times to verify if Mike Smith works there. Okay, Mr. Smith, we're going to put a phone in your apartment. And I would hustle like that. And also when my electricity would get turned off, I'd go down to the 99-cent store and get a whole bunch of extension cords, plug them bitches up in the hallway and run the cord inside my apartment and plug the television and lights all up to the extension cords running from outside. Oh, I hustled my ass off. women would come over, they'd be like, it's dark as hell in here. I'm like, you goddamn right, baby. That's ambiance. What's this cord doing here? No, that's a new style. I'm an environmentalist. I just make up anything. But anyway, I'm living in this apartment, real nice apartment. I'm broke, but my spot was the kick it spot. I'm like the only teenager in the neighborhood out of all.
Let me stop this for a minute. Family, y'all know this is a made up story, right? No, y'all know this is a made up story. This is a made up story. He needs a story, a struggle story, so people. It's a made up scam story that's a scam. That's a sham. That's not real. Let me ask y'all a question. According to the story of Tariq Nasheed, at the age of 17, he won a contest for rapping. He only had $100 and some for a plane ticket. He got the plane ticket. Once he got to LA, he didn't know anybody. Where did he stay at? Where did he sleep at? What did he do? What did he work? According to the story of Tariq, he won a rap contest. He took the $100 and some and got a plane ticket. Family, that's a bad story. It don't make sense. I know the real story. That's not the story. That's not the story. That's not the story. The same reason that many of the people from the 60s that was telling people, the people on the people, they went to California, LA to be specific. Polite, LA. Malik Zulu Shabazz, LA. The guy that got Fred Hampton hemmed up, LA. And if you checked a lot of the stories about those that was working for the people, they was all corralled in LA or San Francisco. And there's a reason why. And when I finish this documentary, you're going to know why. But this is a made up story of a struggle that he might have had in part. Because one thing that we know is that the people will give you an apartment. Y'all remember the story about what was the guy that went into the witness protection program in Phoenix? Sammy the Bull. Do y'all remember the story of Sammy the Bull, Garano? He got what's the name knocked, and then he went into the witness protection program when he got out of prison. But while he was in the witness protection program in Phoenix, they started him off with a stipend. They gave him an apartment. But at the end of the day, Sammy the Bull started selling mollies or whatever he was selling. And he had a big drug ring going on while he was in the witness protection program. Do anybody remember that story? Sammy the Bull, he didn't just go to Phoenix and had to plug in light switches and extension cords and all of that. He didn't have to do that. They gave him a spot. They gave him a stipend. In fact, they gave him a job. They actually gave him a business that was a restaurant. And if y'all don't remember the story, they gave him an actual restaurant business. And within the restaurant business, on the side, he was selling pills. He ultimately got locked up for selling them pills. So it doesn't work like that. A 17-year-old do not take $150, get a plane ticket, land in LA, and don't do nothing strange for change if they're not already set up. You're either doing something strange for change or you already set up. But we're going to listen and entertain ourselves to the last few minutes.
all my friends with my own spot, so everybody used to come to my spot. Girls in and out all the time. We would have.
Y'all know it's a story where he said while he was when he first went to L.A., when he first went to L.A., that the feds used to come and knock on his door. Anybody remember that part? Let me see if I can find it before I get out of here. I got that. He said that in Mac lessons some time ago, that the feds used to knock at his door in L.A. when he first moved to L.A. Why would the feds be at his door when he first moved to L.A.? Anybody ever think about that? Anybody ever heard that one before? Press 7 if you heard that. If you're not, I'm going to bring out I'll do a whole series about the feds that showed up. You know what I'm saying? That's one that I think I miss. Hold up. I think that's one of the ones that I miss when I was doing a history of the feds showing up. He said when he first moved, he said even the feds came to his door. Like, why would the feds come to your door at you 7
parties all the time? Everybody would come to my spot. My spot was the spot. And a lot of people in the apartment complex would come up to it. And we had a pool downstairs. We had a jacuzzi in the apartment complex. We had a workout room. It was a very nice complex. And I let people in that I really didn't know, but everybody was cool. It was a respect thing, and it was good.
So what you have to understand is that these are made-up stories. These are made-up stories to one thing that Tariq Nasheed is, he is a storyteller. He's not a good storyteller. You know what I'm saying? Anybody ever been to the college before? Those are where good storytellers come from. He's not a good storyteller. He's not a good storyteller. And what I mean by a good storyteller, he's missing too much information in the story. It's real janky the way he put the story together because he's missing too much details. It's really one over story that he don't have to remember much if he have to recall it. So he's not a good storyteller. But that story, I don't find that story to be official at all. But what I do find is that he's explaining at a young age he was a grifter. And I believe he was. I truly believe he was. However, because he wouldn't be able to make that story up like that and tell that story like that if he wasn't aware of some stories like that. And people do that in the hood all the time. I mean, man, I just seen extension cords flying and this, that, and the third. But it's ironic that 30 years later, the grift goes on. Like you grow up out of that stuff, but it hasn't changed on this end. That's the point of that presentation right there. And once again, let me tell you, let me give you a sidebar. I give a big up to Tony the Closer. Tony the Closer. This is a guy with integrity right here. Y'all see Tony the Closer? He's there with Jay Morrison. And he actually found out that Jay Morrison wasn't who he said he was. Y'all remember this? Real estate mogul Jay Morrison and Tony the Closer Robinson. 100,000 cash giveaway November the 8th and 9th. 100K club conference, whatever. But he would find out that he wasn't rocking with a real one, and he ended up calling him out. That's how it's supposed to be done. You're not supposed to cover for the crook in the neighborhood. You are not supposed to cover for the fox in the hen house. And this is why I say in the song, Tony the Closer. There. This is why I name him in the song. And I don't know him personally. I don't watch a lot of the videos, but I do know that I was paying attention to this one. And I'm telling you, that is how we got to start moving. I mean, this is typically how we got to start moving. You know what I mean? When we find out that someone ain't right, we got to sound the alarm and let everybody know. Period, point blank. I mean, let me see if I can find this. We got to sound the alarm and let everybody know. And that's just how it goes. And that's what Tony the Closer did. I mean, that's what Tony the Closer did. And I salute that. And if you don't salute that, you crazy. You crazy. You supposed to salute that because we need more brothers and sisters to stand up like that. We need more brothers and sisters to stand up and call this stuff out. You know what I mean? And he went hard too. Tony was ready fighting everything. Yeah, he was like, meet me. Yeah, because that's how it gotta be. I mean, if we don't have no men standing up for what's right, then definitely the women ain't gonna stand up for what's right because they say, okay, I gotta stand by myself because everybody's soft. Everybody's soft. Yeah, so yeah, I rocks with that. Let me see something. Let me see if I can find. I'm gonna break this down. I'm about to get out of here. I want to play that part real quick. That's what I want to do. I want to play that part. Why I can't never find my songs, man? I know what I'm doing. Oh, yeah, I'm shooting a video for it. That's why my stuff all mixed up. You know what I mean? My stuff all mixed up. God, dug on it. Okay, now I got to make a folder for this. But anyway, man, I appreciate y'all. Hanging out with me. You know what I mean? Yeah, I appreciate it. Anyway, let me see if I can get this. See if I can get this wrap up thing going. What else did I have? I had that's what I wanted to see. Like right here, like and then another thing. Hold up. Another thing. I got an honorable mention real quick. Like all of this stuff. The Black Expo. All of this stuff these are all the same things. Just a different face. Why are they beefing? Ain't it enough money to go, ain't it enough grifted money to go around for everybody? Why? These are the same people. Hold up. Where the other one at? Where Michi at? Yeah, Michi, let me get you too, Michi. Gotta get you too. That's right. Can't let you slide. Gotta get you too. But these are the same people. I got too many windows open or something. Let me see. Yeah, there you go. Let me get Michi X. The Black Agenda. That's right. All of them the same thing. The exact same thing. And everybody falling for it. It's the same thing. They just bring people to speak, pay vendors pay for tables. It's all the same stuff. Vendors pay for tables and you go home a little bit broker than what you came. Because I'm going to tell you, ain't nobody buying all that stuff. Anybody that went to any of these events, I will guarantee you that you did not make a profit. I guarantee you. The best event that you can go to is an old school knowledge event or debate. I guarantee you. The best event that you can ever go to is an old school knowledge event. The get rich events and the shout out to the doc. The get rich events and the expos and conventions and all of that stuff, that's all a sham. That's all a sham. If you do the numbers, you would know that's all a sham. I'm telling you. The best events is an old school event. And what I mean by that is this. Not saying that stuff won't be sold there. But when you walk out a Dr. Ben, you walk out a John Henry Clark. I've never been to one, but I watched them, and man, you can feel the energy in the air. What's the brother named Roku? Rashidi. I mean, when you walk out those type of events, or you hear these type of events, what's the brother name? Man, he passed away now. Dick Gregory. Those type of events, I'm telling you, you might don't even like, but it was all about information. Even though Dick Gregory, he would have shock value information. Yeah, man, I'd be like, man, this man losing his mind. But you will walk out, Runoko Rashidi. When you walked out of those type of events, you knew that you came out with a little more than what you came in. You understand what I'm saying? You came out, you knew you came out, and you just left with some information, and the information made you wanted to buy another video. Dick Gregory was good and crazy, Crip. Dick Gregory was good and crazy, but some of he was like listening to an old drunk man. You had to listen for a certain amount of time. You had to listen just to get a good piece of jewel. You know what I mean? You had to listen for a certain amount of time. That's right. A Farrakhan, Dr. And I'm talking about the old Farrakhan. I ain't talking about the Farrakhan today. I'm talking about the old Farrakhan, where the skunk of the earth talking Farrakhan. That one. You know what I mean? I'm talking about that. But when you walked out of them we need to bring those type of events back. If I do a lecture, that's the type of lecture I'm doing. I'm doing the type of lecture where people going to walk out with a little more than what they came in with. These type of lectures, and these not even lectures. These are, I'm telling you, these are flea markets. They're revival flea markets. That's what they are. We coined the phrase. They're revival flea markets. That's all they are. They're revival flea markets. They up there to get you all pumped up, there you go. Dr. Benz, the John Clark Francis, that's right, Patricia Newsom, Wade Noble. That's what I'm talking about. We need to bring that thing back. We need to bring that back. All of this stuff right here is revival flea markets. That's all it is. The Jim Jones flea markets. That's all it is. And I don't know why people would support it. It doesn't make sense, because you come out with less than what you went in. Not only your spirit and not only your soul, but also your pocket. And I bet you that anybody that went to these events, they felt good for an hour until they looked at their bank account the next day. I guarantee you. That's right. They ain't nothing but revival flea markets. That's all they are. All of them. They revival flea markets. And it's time for people to get together. I'm going to do my thing to bring them back. You know what I mean? That's right. You got Umar, you got Tariq, you got Wig, you got Michi, you got Saneter. Yeah, it's bad, man. It's bad. It's bad. I know my brother is throwing an event here in Baltimore real soon. Let me see if I can bring up Dr. Assar event. He got an event coming up. It looked like a nice event. I was going to pop up in there. I was going to pop up in there if I had time. I got to check my schedule. I seen something that he was doing. Let me see. Let me see what he got up here. If he ain't got it on his website, we're gonna take him. We're gonna take him down. He better have it on the website. Let me see if he got the event up here. Let me see if he got the event. Where the event? Where the event, Doc? All right, now I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show him with the people. All right, we're gonna let's troll Doc. Doc being let's troll. We're gonna troll Doc real quick. Let's troll Doc. We're gonna troll Doc before we get out of here. Let's see what Doc got going on. See if he grifting out here. Let me see. We're going to troll Doc real quick. No, that ain't it. No. Hold up. We're going to troll Doc. Let me troll Doc real quick. Bam. Bam. I got to close some of these windows out. Give me 1 second. All right, there we go. Let me see if I can troll Doc real quick. Bam. Troll Doc real quick. He said, don't pop up. I'll pop up, bro. I ain't worrying about you. You gonna do? Run me out? Don't you pop up. Oh, man, I can't even get the window up. Let me see. There you go. Let's troll Doc real quick. Let's see if he got something there. All right, this is Dr. Asar and his families in the neighborhood TNAT Wellness Center. I mean, let's see if he got a fly up here. Let's see. Let me see. Let me just troll him real quick. There it is. See what you got up there. TNAT Holistic Wellness Center has a unique approach to healing. We believe that you can know yourself at the deeper level and consequently have more of a happy, fulfilled life. All right, got you on that. Let me see if we got any events up here. Let me see. We're going to check him out. My internet kind of slow. There you go. There you go. Let me see what he got going on. I don't know. You might got to call and check out because this is a free event. You know what I mean? For the family, community, healing, and enrichment circles. Let me see what that is. I think the last Saturday of each month. So that's what he got going on. But anyway, y'all check him out. TNAT Holistic Wellness Center. I'm going to tell you, I slide up in there and get me some lunch. That's what I'm going to do. I ain't worrying about what he talking about. Don't pop up. Give me some vegan something you got over there. What did I get last time? I don't know. That's right. This is a shameless plug for TNAT, the people that's really getting busy. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is this is a shameless plug for TNAT, the people that's really getting busy. You know what I'm saying? Right here. I mean, bam. Now, for real, family, if you know people in your community that doing events and doing good things, family, hit me up. Maybe they want to sponsor a show, and I would love to promote them. I would love to push them. It got to be something that benefits the community. It got to be something that benefits the community. It can't be. It could be enriching your pocket, but it got to also enrich the community too. You know what I mean? That's what I'm looking for, sponsor. I'm telling you, I'm trying to do this full time. If I can do this full time, I can put out more quality videos. I can put out more quality content, and that's what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for some sponsors. I'm looking for some advertisers. I'm looking for a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? That's right. But it got to be right. Y'all know what I do, so it got to be right. You know what I mean? If it ain't right, then it can't get up here. Can't get no light. If it ain't right, can't get no light. Let me see if I can find my bro real quick. All right, I think this is it. Right here. Let me see. When is this? He got open mic. Let me see when this is. February the 17th. Good goodness gracious. All right, here you go. See, we're gonna do it organically. And if you want your event to be talked about on Morris World TV, I'm gonna do it organically like this. I might even throw a little commercial together or something. Depends what we can work out. But pretty much I'm gonna do a lot of it organically. I like organic stuff. You know what I mean? I like to keep it like this is just off the cuff. Bro ain't paying me nothing. This is my brother. You know what I mean? But here you go. February 17th, Black History and Cultural Healing Community Talk and Celebration featuring presenter Dr. Dennis Asar Winkler Jr., PhD. And he's a real PhD. He didn't get the certificate right around the corner behind the 7-Eleven. Nope. He went to a real school. And let's see what he got going on here. African American Center Thought, Revolutionary Framework, Black Healers, Healing and Liberation, Reverend Patrick, because I ain't gonna butcher his name. I'm telling you right now. K-Love, the poet, and she raw with it. I remember her the last time that I was there. And Brother Curtis, I remember Brother Curtis, absolutely. But she a raw poet. I'm telling you, you can feel it in your soul. She can feel it in your soul. You know what I'm saying? Open mic. Express Black history and healing through spoken word. There we go. And yeah, this the real deal. This is some of the real work that goes on. And I think we should all support stuff like this. You know what I mean? If in your neighborhood and you know people putting in work, then hey, hit me up, man. Maybe we can help and push some of these ideas. But with that being said, family. Oh, I ain't even say where it's at. Did I say where it was at? It's at 5. Let me tell you something. It's at Let me show you. Unless you're in Baltimore, man, stop on through. Plus, they got some crazy food up in there. It's Jamaican fusion. I mean, it's Jamaican fusion, soul Jamaican fusion. They have vegan and some non-vegan dishes. But I eat the vegan, man. It's I'm gonna tell you what happened. T-Not Holistic Wellness Center. There you go. 5525. But that's not the only thing they have, family. I could go on for days. They got any book that you need. They got the oils, they got the incense, they got the whatever you need, family. They got it. They got the what's that ball of thing people burn? You know what I'm talking about? To get the evil people out. You know what I'm talking about? They got everything there. They got it. If you want it, they got it. You can go and eat, and when you leave, you can get the ball joint, burn that. You know, it look like a piece of a broom. Like, let me stop. My wife would go crazy. She hear me playing like that. No, for real. They got everything you need, family. I'm telling you. Last time I went, I think I got me some man, I can't think of what I got, but it was so good. And I took it home for lunch. There go the sage. I'm playing around. I'm tired, man. It's 1 in the morning. I'm tired. My wife would be mad. Because my wife be burning sage in the crib. I'm like, it's too smoky in here. What you doing? You sure you ain't smoking weed up here? Trying to cover it up with sage. The house be smoky as ever. She bought a couple when we was over there. Dr. Winkler. She bought a couple. Had the house smoky as ever. Like, what you doing? Can we just try to pray?
Come on, man.
Do we really got to smoke the house up? My eyes kind of big. You know, it make my eyes red. It's burning my eyes. Can we just pray next time?
Come on, man.
Let me stop playing. My wife might hear this. Like, you shouldn't play like that. Creator know I got a sense of humor. How you don't know? The creator know I got a sense of humor. But anyway, family, that's real talk though. My wife be having the house smoking. Good, as a crazy. Woo! Who else burn sage? Anybody else burn sage? Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like, you burn sage in my house, you need goggles on like you going swimming. I tell you. Let's see. Nah, I ain't gonna play with you. You burn sage in my house, you need goggles. Show enough. I got some big old jokers on front of my face. I'm trying to tell you. I got some Michael Phelps goggles. I put these jokers on, man. Like I'm going swimming. Sister Robin Bush, she had this joint like Smokey and the Bandit up in this demonstration. Woo! I'm trying to tell you. Thank you, the original people, for the Cash App. Thank you for Black Girls Read for the Cash App. Yeah. Shit, I got my goggles ready. I got them on standby. Yeah. Ain't no telling when she gonna light one of them demonstrations up. Sure enough. Yeah, I'm telling you. You know what my man said? My man said, we out Christian the Christian, we out Jew the Jew, we out Muslim the Muslim, and I'm gonna tell you, we out witch doctor the witch doctor. Good goodness of grace. No, it's all good, family. I hope y'all have a beautiful night. Be comfortable in your belief system. If somebody throw a little joke out, don't worry about it. They've been joking me for years. They've been calling my fez a bucket. They've been calling my fez, what else they call it, Kentucky Fried Chicken hat. I mean, they've been doing it for years. If you're comfortable in your belief and it has made you a better person, keep striving in that. I'm telling you, sincerity is the pathway to heaven. You hear what I say? Sincerity is the pathway to heaven. No matter where you are at in life, if you are sincere, to thyself be true, Thank you, Dr. Sin Q, for the Cash App. If you are sincere to truth, to thyself be true, all else is going to open up to you. And that's real talk, fam. It doesn't matter what you believe in. Be sincere with it. Because that sincerity is the pathway to unfoldment. Where you're at is not where you're going to always be. Wherever you at, where I'm at is not where I'm always going to be. And sincerity opens the door to where you need to go. And that's real talk, fam. So with that being said, peace and love, family. I see y'all on the next go around. I'm going to try to do a show tomorrow, man. Sometimes I be tired when I stay up too late. I think that half 100 be kicking in. You know what I'm saying? I got to do one on, one off, one on, one off. I be tired. You know what I mean? I got to get up early, get the children out, man. It's kind of rough. Then I got to put some work in. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Continue to support because I do want to do this full time. Let me know if you want to advertise. Let me know if you know people that you want to sponsor, that they doing something in the community, and let's just get it. You know what I'm saying? Let's just get it. Real talk. But I appreciate y'all, family. I'm up out of here.
Check 1, 2. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. First of all, let me welcome y'all to Moore's World TV. Come on, it's time to go. Ain't nobody going but I'm
when I came on the scene,
I'ma
right?
talk about it.
I wasn't even tripping, you know what I mean?
I know they mad, but I'ma talk about it.
But they was coming at the Moors like they was half crazy.
They watch me talk about it. I don't care. I talk
and
about
it.
It
forced me to expose these people, but
they never reality. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about it. These frauds are mad. Make no mistake. I expose the fake. I made their pockets lose weight. 2023 was foul. For life went on trial for a lesser charge, but it still equate to raping a child. We left her and her mother scarred in this fraud. Went on IG saying that they dropped the charges. Regardless, I never been a co-conspirator. He put that fraud in front of people. That's why we hearing them. Red and blue pill went up the Stone Mountain trying to get the power out of rock, shooting the video bouncing. Brother Rich think he slick like a wizard, pushing pseudoscience, but he call it metaphysics. Billy Carter did the first annual conscious award. King Simon was smiling like a Jessica at a court. No spaceships, no aliens, but a whole lot of crackers. But at least he got an underground city if they attack us. And the FBA caught, they keep getting jerked. 1 million for a club and the toilet don't work. Okay, let's keep it a buck. It ain't nothing but a club that can't sell alcohol, tickets, or grub. In the city, about to shut him down at any given moment. Tariq got a mortgage that I'm telling he owned it. Meet X conference for vendors, the black agenda. Ain't nobody show, I guess they gone to November. It don't matter to me, no, it don't matter to me. See, I don't even know why they even got me started, you know what I mean? I do it for the people, only for the people, for real. Why do they even try to test me? It don't matter to me, no, it don't matter to me. You know what I mean? If you ain't right and you call my name, it's going down. Let's go. You heard? Yeah. Come on, girls, I got one. Let's go. Nietzsche X was cussing everybody out online. She was crying, ain't lying. Oh my God, I was dying. Nepal showed it all just a year before, but this year she topped that for sure. Saneter gave Jezebel keys to the safe. Said she took 6 racks. The people paid for the debate. The debate didn't happen, so she left the East. Flew to Cali, let killer priest kill them cheap. I keep telling these people, it's not a game. You don't want me on your heels. Now forget it. Tony the closer was bigger than everybody folder. He tried to warn you, Jay Morrison was getting old. You don't want me on your heels. Now forget it. Tony the closer was bigger than everybody folder. He tried to warn you, Jay Morrison was getting over. Jay closed the doors of real estate fight. Everybody who fell for the scam was looking dumb. Boys looking like a clown trying to defend it. Talking like a bad investment just ended. Come on, boy, it was a scam, boys. Won't you just admit it? Young Pharaoh talking crazy, he need to be committed. He claimed them shrooms that made him a loon. Nature boy went to jail, what he need is a padded get rude. It's too disgusting to go into detail. How him and young fellas like girls who are male, go figure. They all like mentally ill. Garfield and Jagger Squad are the only one who can.
It never really mattered to
Check 1, 2. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. First of all, let me welcome y'all to Moore's World TV. Come on, it's time to go. Ain't nobody gonna deceive me. Deceive who? Deceive you? Never on my watch. Time to go pull out the pot, turn up the heat, let's make it hot. Don't be tripping on them frauds when you're rolling with the guard. Made Crip, Sonny, Boxing, Apple X, and Sean, Yasmin and the Queen got Sean from the Shy, Candy Chamber, Ishmael Bay, and Sinsoon. Now anybody they can get it if they gripping on the fam. Moore's World TV, investigating all scams. Gon' check my record and please don't front. Come on, keep it a buck. I ain't been wrong once. From Saneter and Polite and Taharkabey, Malik, Zulu, Shabazz, and Grandmaster J. Word to God to all the frauds. I brought them to their knees, but they ain't nothing. Watch how I do to Tariq Law Nasheed. Welcome to another edition of Moore's World TV. I'm your host, Brother Taharkabey. Let's get on these frauds' neck and let's shut them down. Let's go. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. That's right, let everybody know what's going down. Moore's World TV, we gon' shut it down. Share this to